to stabilize the power grid as the Barbados Light and Power moves closer to its 100% clean energy goal will result in an increase in the cost of electricity. This was revealed today during a key developments in the energy sector media call. Well, Wendy Burke was on that call and she joins us now. Good evening, Wendy.
Good evening to you, Lisa. Well, Barbados Light and Power's top management met with the members of the media today via an online call where they highlighted some key developments in the sector. Among them, the fact that 30% of the island's electricity is now being provided by photovoltaic systems. Managing Director Roger Blackman says there are over 3,000 customers using RA systems and providing the power via the grid along with some wind power.
Collectively, it represents about 13% of the island's electricity being produced by our customers via their renewable energy systems. And that is really quite a remarkable accomplishment and achievement and puts us somewhere among the top 10 countries in the world, to put it in perspective, for solar PV penetration on the grid. So quite an accomplishment. And as a result, coming out of all of the good work that has been done over the past decade, putting feed-in tariffs in place and all of the stakeholders working together to move the industry forward. So a lot to be proud of in terms of progress. At the end of September, there was about 89 megawatts of distributed solar PV. So this is customer-owned PV, and a small amount of wind installed on the grid.
Mr. Blackman says connections are coming on stream rapidly, but measures must be implemented so as not to destabilize the grid, and that's why they need BESS, battery energy storage systems.
Is growing at about an average rate of around 2 megawatts per month year to date, so growing quite rapidly. I wanted to keep the momentum going because there comes a point as we work with intermittent renewables like solar PV and wind, where we need to put batteries in particular and other hardware, but batteries in particular on the network to continue the momentum. And so I just wanted to speak briefly about the steps that we're taking to keep the momentum going and to facilitate the continued growth of the renewable energy sector. And there's several investments that have to be made, including batteries, to ensure the continued stability of the grid. Key aspect of our investment plans going forward and part of the application under the CTR. But in addition to batteries, there's also devices like synchronous condensers and automatic generation control, all of which work together to smooth out the supply from renewable energy sources that are connected to the grid. So these are all critical investments necessary for us going forward.
However, in order to make these investments, the power provider needs permission from the Fair Trading Commission for a clean energy transfer rider so they can import batteries. Director of Customer Solutions, Kim Griffith-Tang-Howe, says the rider, which now has guidelines given by the FTC, and they filed their first application on October 5th. She pointed out that the increase to customers would be over a 3 to 5 year period.
For instance, in the first year, what we calculated, it will be around 2.5 cents per kilowatt hour. So for a customer, for instance, consuming 250 kilowatt hours a month, that would be an additional $5 a month on their bill. And I'll give you an example again. For a customer who uses more than that, maybe around 450 kilowatt hours a month, that would be an additional $9 a month in year one.
The Customer Solutions boss indicated that this is not just about the company, but assisting the country.
The benefits for us as a country is that we make it and we get closer to those 2030 goals. We become more energy independent and self-reliant, and it helps us to reduce our fossil fuel dependence. And these investments ultimately should and will result in some fuel savings. So while there is a cost associated with moving towards more significant RE penetration and these RE investments, really the path to achieving 2030, there is a cost to that. We obviously look at it and it's balanced against the benefit of making such a progressive step.
Well, Lisa, it's just a matter now of waiting to see how and when the FTC will respond to that October 5th filing.